You print the badge costs nothing if the rules are vague. Green label, same machine with a different sticker. Green label, the scheme runs faster and the scheme runs thicker. Green. The rating agency blessed it. The press release ran on the wire. The stock moved up by morning before anyone checked the claim for fire. ESG score improved because the category shifted. Accountability floated while the goalposts drifted. Machine with a different sticker. Green label, the scheme runs faster and the scheme runs thicker. Green label, the sticker is not the thing you say. Green label, on a thing that isn't green. Change. Yeah, they handed you a calculator, told you to count every breath, every shower, every sandwich, measured down to the last step. They built the math, then sold you shame. While the pipelines burned, they gave the guilt a name. Check your footprint, check your score. They keep the ledger, you keep the war. You own the blame. You own the blame. 30 years of burning. They own the game. You own the blame. You own the blame. Sign the receipt on someone else's flame. A marketing team invented guilt. They shipped it like a product packaged in concern, sealed with the green sticker. The calculation never touched their books. They ran the numbers and they bent the books. Transfer the liability, keep the profit clean. Sell the public their own guilt. That's what the math machine means. You own the blame. You own the blame. concept. They kept the emissions. You got the math homework. The technology will save us, just not yet. We need more time to develop what nobody's built. A future machine will solve the present fact, the present act. Can't wait for that. Oh, wait for the future. Wait for the future. The future keeps moving away. Wait for the future. Wait for the future. Tomorrow buys today. Another day. Another day. Carbon capture and scale. Direct air removal. Fusion power by the decade. Everything approved in principle. Rely on the unbuilt. The further structural shift. The convenient future is the current system's gift. Wait for the future. Wait for the future. The future keeps moving away. Wait for the future. Wait for the future. Tomorrow buys today. Another day. Another day. The internal report sat in the drawer, 1970 something. They knew what was coming. They funded the denial. Hired the think tanks, seeded the confusion, manufactured a debate that never should have had two sides. They knew they paid to keep the question open. Science needs no second side, but doubt was cheap and golden. Paid to doubt, paid to slow the truth down, paid to draw the process out. Paid to doubt, they funded every question mark. They knew the answer from the start. Woo! Scientists for hire, conferences with footnotes, cherry-picked consensus in board-approved quotes. The delay was the strategy, the confusion was the plan. Decades of uncertainty, engineered by hand. This was not a scientific debate, this was an industrial operation. Every think tank had a funder, every funder had a motivation. Hey! certainty that the policy makers needed. 30 years of manufactured smoke while the actual smoke kept rising. The delay itself was the prize, that was the thing they were buying. Paid to doubt, paid to slow the truth down, paid to draw the process out. Paid to doubt, they funded every question mark. They knew the answer from the start. They knew they paid, 30 years passed. They designed a market to solve the problem. The market priced the problem, then traded the problem. Emissions allocated in units sold and bought. Cleaner air commodified into something that could be caught. By the right to burn, sell the right to breathe. The market allocates what the market cannot release. License to burn, license to burn. Pay the fee and the chimney earns. License to burn, license to burn. The permit clears, the atmosphere turns. License to burn. The price will rise and force efficiency. In practice, prices drop when lobbied sufficiently. Over allocation makes the whole thing slack. The cap leaks before the carbon tracks. The elegance of theory is not the friction of operation. The market mechanism has a constituency for failure. That constituency funds the mechanism. License to burn, license to burn. Pay the fee and the chimney earns. License to burn, license to burn. The permit clears, the atmosphere turns. License to burn. The permit is stamped, the air doesn't care. Government year one. Structural reform proposed, structural reform undone. The coalition partner had a different view. The fiscal constraint killed the policy through. The party that got elected green negotiated with the system. The system had more leverage. The system had more time. Electoral cycle 4 years. Infrastructure cycle 40. The systemic frame didn't move despite the parliamentary majority. You didn't vote for failure. You voted for the person. The person found the structure. The structure found its purpose. Voted green. Got green. The structure doesn't care who wins the day. Voted green. Got green. Individual will is structural weight. Changed, the system didn't move. Subsidy check clears before the summit starts. Public money flows into private accounts. Climate pledge by Tuesday, subsidy renewed by Thursday. No one connects the two things, that is by design. Does the right hand know? Does the right hand know what the left hand signs at the climate show? Does the right hand know? Does the right hand know? They both belong to the same undertow. Signed the international agreement, voted for the subsidies same year. The contradiction lives in the budget line. The policy knows exactly what is clear. This is not confusion, this is revealed preference. This is what you fund when the pledge is just a sentence. Read the budget, read the pledge. One says tomorrow, one signs the edge. Does the right hand know? Does the right hand know what the left hand signs at the climate show? Does the right hand know? Does the right hand know? They both belong to the same undertow. The pledge is in the speech, the subsidy is in the bill. The speech does not touch the bill touches everything still. Does the right hand know? Does the right hand know? Does the right hand know what the left hand signs at the climate show? Does the right hand know? Does the right hand know? They both belong to the same undertow. Two hands, one body, both working for the same thing. Yeah, you buy the certificate, they print the paper tree. The forest never grew, the air still isn't clean. Transaction complete, responsibility cleared. You paid your carbon fine, the emission stayed right here. A broker sells the offset, a registry marks it sold. The satellite still shows the same stripped hillside cold. Accountability traded between parties never seen. The receipts is carbon neutral, the forest died between. Paper doesn't breathe, paper doesn't grow. You bought a story, not a canopy below. Paper forest, paper forest. No roots, no shade, no canopy. Paper forest, paper forest. Traded twice and still not free. Paper forest, paper forest. The certificate is not a tree. They don't want you measuring outcomes, they want you measuring transactions. They don't want you asking what changed, they want the paperwork to be the action. Paper forest, paper forest. No roots, no shade, no canopy. Paper forest, paper forest. Traded twice and still not free. Paper forest, paper forest. The certificate is not a tree. You paid, they certified. The forest is gone. Your company spent more on green advertising last year than on reducing actual emissions. Do the math. Full page spread in every major outlet. Planet saved by brand new packaging. The ad ran during prime time. The factory ran on the same thing. Marketing got the green budget. Operations stayed untouched. The image is the investment. The image is enough. More on the message, less on the source. The message is cheaper, the source stays the course. They sold you green, they kept the machine. The image cost less than the change would mean. They sold you green, they kept the machine. The budget lie is what's behind the screen. There's a contradiction here with receipts attached. The receipts are public record. The gap is not a failure. The gap is the intended outcome. Consumer perception surveys showed awareness of their brand as environmentally conscious. That was the goal in the plan. But nobody measured the gap between the ad and the ad. The gap is in the annual report. If you read past the abstract, they sold you green, math is right there. Your company. Spend more.
Binding goals are not the path. Framework adopted, framework supplemented, framework reviewed, framework extended. 30 years of summits, 30 years of declarations. The temperature climbs regardless of what the language says. Process is the product, delay is the design. Every summit kicks the outcome. One more summit down the line. Not this year, not this round. We'll revisit on the next go round. The structural incentive favors delay. The table benefits from another meeting. Every negotiator earns another year. Every pause is a victory for the heat. Next summit never comes too late. Next summit shuffles down the stage. Next summit always somewhere ahead. Next summit and the future's dead. See you at the next one. Then the one after that. The bill was drafted, modeled and scored. Economic analysis placed before the board. 47 industry groups filed opposition letters. The subcommittee chair reconsidered the parameters. Every revision costs the environment. Every revision funds the refinement. The lobby walls don't fall. The lobby walls don't fall. Every draft that enters clean exits down the hall. The lobby walls don't fall. The lobby walls don't fall. No carbon price gets through at all. The lobby walls don't fall. Watered down exemption, effective date delayed. Revenue trigger added, opposition neutralized and paid. The final version passed with bipartisan support. The lobbyists had read the draft before the floor report. This is not exceptional. This is operational. The mechanism functions because the mechanism was designed by the mechanism. It protects itself. The lobby walls don't fall. The lobby walls don't fall. Every draft that enters clean exits down the hall. The lobby walls don't fall. The lobby walls held. Net zero on the letterhead, net zero in the press release. Numbers in the conference room, numbers designed to appease. Emissions at record levels, offsets in a spreadsheet cell. The math says clean, the sky says otherwise. The sky is hard to sell. Add it up, it doesn't add. Subtract the lie stays bad. Divide by promise, nothing has. Multiplied by nothing, that's the path. Net zero math, it never lands. Net zero math, it never lands. It never lands. Rename the source, shift the baseline year. Move the target further out, make the deadline disappear. Call it carbon neutral, call it climate aligned, call it whatever gets approved by whoever gets assigned. Add it up, it doesn't add. Subtract the lie stays bad. Divide by promise, nothing has. Multiply by nothing, that's the path. Net zero math, it never lands. Net zero math, it never lands. It never lands. They count what they want, they skip what they don't. The numbers look clean, the atmosphere won't. Science measures parts per million, pledges measure PR spend. The gap between those two things is where the strategy ends. Commit to 2050, promise nothing now. Keep the profit flowing. Take a bow. Add it up, it doesn't add. Subtract the lie stays bad. Divide the promise, nothing has.